Hello everyone. In the last video, we looked at the difference between B2B and B2C marketing. Today, we are going to dig deeper into the differences in buyer behavior between B2B and B2C. Now, this is a crucial topic for anyone in the marketing field because understanding buyer behavior helps you tailor your marketing strategies to the needs of your audience. So sit tight and make sure you stay until the end because I'm going to cover some really important points that you won't want to miss. By the end of this presentation, you will have a much clearer picture of how B2B and B2C buyers think and make their decisions. So let's start with the question, what is buyer behavior? So buyer behavior refers to how people or organizations make decisions about buying goods and services. It involves everything from recognizing a need to making a purchase and beyond. Now, in business to business, which is B2B, the buyer is usually another company that purchases products or services to support their operations. In business to consumer, which is B2C, the buyer is an individual purchasing products or services for personal use. Now, the decision making process in these two cases are quite different, and understanding these differences can drastically improve your marketing effectiveness. So let's look at the B2B buyer behavior. So see, B2B marketing involves selling products or services to other businesses. The decision making process in B2B is typically much more complicated than in B2C. Let's break down the key aspects of B2B buyer behavior. So let's start with the first one. One of the most significant differences between B2B and B2C buyer behavior is the number of people involved in the decision making process. In B2B, the decision to purchase a product or service rarely lies with one person. Normally, there are usually multiple stakeholders involved in the decision, such as CEO, CFO, IT, IT managers, and department heads. Now, this means that the B2B buying process is more about finding a solution that works for the entire organization and not just an individual. For example, a business purchasing a customer relationship management tool, say CRM tool, might have input from various departments. Marketing will want to know about lead generation features. The sales department will want to see how it helps manage leads, and IT will focus on integration capabilities. Now, each of these stakeholders bring their own perspective to the table. So, this was the first difference. You have multiple decision makers in the B2B. Now, let's look at the buying cycle. So, see, B2B purchases typically involve a longer buying cycle compared to B2C. This is due to the complexity and cost of the products being purchased. Businesses usually need time to do research, gather information, evaluate alternatives, and then make a decision. Now, the B2B buying cycle could take weeks or even months. For example, purchasing an enterprise software system involves researching different software options, reading case studies, attending demos, speaking with current users, and negotiating terms and prices. Now, because of the high cost and long term commitment involved, businesses are very cautious and deliberate in their decision making. Now, unlike B2C buyers who are often driven by emotions and personal preferences, B2B buyers are more rational. They evaluate products or services based on their ability to meet the business need and deliver value. For example, let's understand this with the help of an example. When purchasing a new machine or software, a company will focus on the return on investment, ROI. They will want to know how much value the purchase will bring to the business, how it will improve efficiency, reduce cost, or increase revenue. They might also analyze the reliability of the product, the quality of customer support, and the long term benefits it will bring to their company. Now, next is B2B marketing is relationship driven. So, building long term relationships is critical in B2B transactions because these deals are often for larger, more expensive products or services. So, therefore, trust is a huge factor. Businesses prefer to work with suppliers they can trust and who also understand their industry. Which is why in B2B, once a supplier is chosen, there is a tendency to stick with that supplier for years. Now, this is why B2B marketeers often focus on building strong relationships through personalized service, support, and even frequent engagement. In contrast, B2C buyers are individuals purchasing products or services for personal use. B2C marketing is much faster and more emotional. So let's dive into the key characteristics of B2C buyer behavior. So first is faster decision making. Second is emotional purchases. So B2C purchases are highly emotional. Consumers often make decisions based on how a product makes them feel or the image it projects about them. For instance, a consumer may buy a luxury handbag not because they need it, but because it gives them status or because it simply makes them feel happy. Which is why companies use emotional appeal in their marketing to trigger feelings of joy, fear, excitement, or urgency. Now, ads that evoke strong emotions can make the consumer feel connected to the brand or product. Then B2C sales cycles are much shorter compared to B2B. Now, this is because individual consumers tend to make decisions based on their needs or wants at the moment. And these decisions are typically driven by immediate gratification. Now, let's try to understand this with the help of an example. Say, for example, if somebody sees a 50% off discount on a product they have been thinking about, they might buy it right away. Now, there is no need for prolonged research or a group discussion. So, B2C buying decisions are much more impulsive. Now, both B2B and B2C buyers rely on reviews and social proof before making a purchase. But the type of social proof they look for differs significantly. For instance, B2B buyers often rely on case studies, client testimonials, and product demos. They need to see evidence that a product or service has helped other businesses similar to theirs. B2C buyers, on the other hand, often turn to online reviews, user generated content on social media, and even influencer recommendations. They want to know what other customers think about the product and how it was and how it has actually made a difference in their lives. Now let's talk about personalization. See, personalization is key in both B2B and B2C marketing, but it works differently in each case. In B2C, personalization often means offering customized product recommendations based on the consumer's browsing history or preferences. For example, Netflix shows you movies based on your previous watching habits, and Amazon suggests products based on your purchase history. So that is the case in B2C. In B2B, personalization is more about providing tailored solutions and offers based on the specific needs of the business. Now, this could include custom pricing, personalized product demos, or consultations that focus on solving the business unique problems. See, understanding the difference in B2B and B2C's buyer behavior is crucial because it helps marketers create more targeted and effective strategies. For example, a B2B marketer should focus on building long term relationships, educating the client, and demonstrating long term value. On the other hand, a B2C marketer might focus on emotional appeal, impulse buying triggers, and providing immediate satisfaction. So, buyer behavior in B2B and B2C marketing is vastly different, and we've seen this in the previous slides. So, recognizing these differences can significantly improve your marketing efforts. In B2B, the process is longer, involves multiple decision makers, and is based on logic and relationships. In B2C, the buying cycle is shorter, driven by emotion, and typically involves a single decision maker. In our next video, we will dive into the B2B marketing funnel in detail. We will break down how to attract, nurture, and convert leads in B2B marketing. So don't miss it and stay tuned.